Right. Well, we got some afternoon baseball to talk about today. The Yankees, and it looks like Dallas Green's job may be safe for a while. Somehow the Yankees won their third straight this afternoon. This against the preseason favorite in the AL East, the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees sweep the series with the Blue Jays. Yes, indeed, it was cold in Yankee Stadium today. Excuse me, this is in Toronto. The Yankees blue pit here by Tom Brookins, and that brings home a run. Yankees led 1-0 in the fourth inning. Roberto Kelly, good young talent, got a lot of speed, sends one down the left field line. Yankees led it 3-0. Yankees have problems pitching, but not in the last 3 days. John Candelaria gives up a base hit here. Watch closely. We have a plate. The plate looks like he's safe, but if you watch real close, you see his foot is on top of the catcher's foot. Never made it to home plate. Actually, it's a tremendous call by the umpire. Yankees won the game 4-2. Over in the National League this afternoon, the Cardinals against the Pirates. Base hit through the box by John Cangellosi. Pirates beat the Cards in the last inning last night, and they're beating up on them again today. Bob Walk drills one to deep left field. Coleman goes back. He's got some problems in left field. Ball falls in for a triple for Walk. Pirates led 2-0. Pedro Guerrero off to a great start this year. Sends one down into the right field corner. Cards got back in at 2-1. But the Pirates had their hitting shoes on today. 11 hits. Rafael Belliard sends one into the left field corner. That brings home another run. This is Tom Prince. Another run. Pirates led the game 7-1 before the Cards got back in it. John Morris cleared the bases with a triple late in the game, but the Cardinals ended up losing to the Pirates this afternoon 7-5. Now, last night, the Tides up against Columbus. Columbus came into town as the team leading the division, but the Tides did pretty well the last couple of nights, getting some hits. Here's how it happened last night. Tony Brown's been hitting the ball all over the yard, and the right fielder had some problems, didn't he? Another big inning in the fifth inning for the Tides last night. Dave West was on the hill. West got pounded pretty good, gave up 3 home runs. He only gave up 5 all last year, but the Tides got more help here from Phil Lombardi, and the Tides ended up beating Columbus last night. And the final score, 10-6. The Tides have tonight off. They play tomorrow against Richmond. Well, it seems every time Dave Butt's contract runs out, we're never sure he's going to return. As of yesterday, Butts wasn't offered a contract, and he was wondering if the Redskins wanted him back. Well, you might remember last year he set the record for games as a Redskin, still getting the job done on the defensive line. Today, the Redskins say that he may return, but he will have to do so with a pay cut. Butts wants to play 1 more year. Obviously, he's not real crazy about taking a drop in pay to do so. He will meet with the Redskins later on this week. That's the latest on the Dave Butts story. Well, a couple of new head coaches in the college ranks. Dana Altman leaves the staff at Kansas State to take the head coaching job at Marshall. Jim O'Brien leaves the New York Knicks coaching staff to get a job with Dayton. And at Ohio University, Larry Hunter takes over. He's from Wittenberg. The reason I bring up all these names is that there's been considerable turmoil in the college coaching profession since the end of the season. You may have noticed there's a lot of pressure in that job. It comes with the job, and there's not a whole lot of stability. And that's a question I asked Terry Holland about earlier this week.
You asked me to make short-term decisions. I may do things that aren't necessarily for the good of our program in the long run, or for the university, or for the individuals involved. In other words, you put so much pressure on a coach that you get bad decisions, and I think that's what we're asking for when we start firing coaches, particularly ones who've had a lot of success.
And that's happened a lot. It's really a problem when it happened at Dayton earlier this year. Donaher had been there for 25 years, a very stable program, and he got fired. Although I asked Terry if he felt comfortable, he said he felt pretty comfortable. He wasn't real happy about the situation. 4 former South Carolina assistant football coaches have been indicted following an investigation into the illegal use of steroids at South Carolina University. You might remember last fall in Sports Illustrated, article came out that Tommy Chaikin, who played at South Carolina, said that the use of steroids was rampant at the college level. He went to South Carolina after that, the investigation, and today 4 of their assistant coaches indicted on charges of distributing steroids. So
still going to do it despite the dangers, huh?
Well, and the dangers are severe, and that's a major problem in college and high school athletics.
All right, okay. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. And up next, the Shad may be from Delaware, but the politicians are definitely homegrown.